Jen, can you give me a specific time where your church had an impact on a child or family in a way that just got everybody excited about doing more of that?
Yeah, I want to share with you two. The first example that comes to mind was actually a partnership with DCFS. We had a staff member reach out to us, along with several other organizations, to plan an event to help seniors fill out their FAFSA. I'm a parent. It was hard for me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a senior trying to do it on their own. And so we created together collaboratively this event where not only were there people there to walk them through filling out the FAFSA on the computer, but then we did an event we called Dollar Tree Dinners, where we taught them how to make dinner from Dollar Tree in a crock pot, and then they got to keep the crock pot. We did a class on red flags, green flags in relationships. It was just a beautiful afternoon workshop where each and every student that was there was seen and was helped and was touched in a tangible way. And it was this beautiful partnership of DCFS reaching out. It was incredible, and we were so honored to be a part of it. Another one was with an amazing organization called the Rise Foundation here in Santa Clarita. And they are like a closet for foster youth, kids, families. They provide furniture and toiletries and clothes for babies all the way through transition age youth. And they had asked if we could host something they do, which is a Christmas shopping giveaway. They asked the social workers to come, and there's just free gifts for the kids on their caseload. And so we got to host that. There were over, I believe, 130 social workers here. Wow. And 1,500 kids got gifts this last Christmas. And so it was such an honor to be a part of it. We donated gifts for youth and young adults because that's the area we feel passionate about, but there were donations from the community. And it was just an incredible way to see everybody come together and to interact with the social workers. For them to be able to share some things that they were concerned about, and our church prayed for them. And so it's been a really incredible opportunity to experience what it's like to get to serve in this area.
What did participation look like for your church outside of the initial team that went through coaching and then including more?
Yeah, our church has, the one thing that we really focused on was this is one at a time. We value each and every one. And so our church sees the value, not where there's big numbers, but in consistency and in faithfulness. And so it's figuring out where each person fits. Sometimes it's the people that we're just committed to pray, and that's the role that they play. Some come and help us do the shopping for the Dollar Tree dinners or help us get those things ready. Some people do the workshop. We have others who participate in the gatherings and the parties, who came and helped us the day with the Rise Foundation. We're here to help stock gifts, and there's so many ways that we get to be involved practically and otherwise, that it's just been something that our church celebrates being a part of.
That's great. One of the things I talk about in my coaching is for churches to become involved in the child welfare space, it is best if they focus on a specific area.
Yeah.
So prevention, while children are still in the home of their parents before they've been removed. Intervention is working with children who are in the system, doing mentoring or fostering. And then transition age youth are those youth from ages 17 to 23 roughly that are exiting the foster care system. How did you choose to focus on the transition age youth?
So part of you coaching us really helped us discern that. Our church is filled with a lot of young adults and a lot of empty nesters. And so this is a sweet spot for us. Those transition age youth, we love that age group. We have parents who have the space in their life to be flexible with their schedule, to be able to serve in some very practical ways. And so that really helped us kind of hone in. Also, we have people who can help teach some of those life skills. And we've been hosted something called Pathways, which is a life skills class. And so we did a class on budgeting. And we've done, like I said, the Dollar Tree dinners. We've talked about options after college. There's college but trade school or other, we had conversations about that. So we did auto. We literally had them under the car and watching how to change oil and how to change a tire, and just the opportunity to do those things together. So that transition age youth was a sweet spot for who we are as a church. And it's been so special to have those opportunities to come alongside.
Michael, can you share a little bit more about why that is so impactful for transition age youth? What makes that an incredible service opportunity?
So, I mean, as you were talking, I was smiling all the time because it's just such a wonderful partnership, an example of the partnership we were talking about earlier. Because when we first had the conversation, you did speak specifically about an interest in that particular age range, and for DCFS, we know our older children struggle with life skills, and what is a personal uh, goal for my office and for my children is to go continue on with their education. You know, we're all here because of our education. And our foster youth need the same opportunities and they need the same guidance. And what was happening is we were not getting a lot of our seniors moving to the next step because they were not clear about the FAFSA process or the essay process. And so when we had a conversation and you specifically identified an area where you wanted to focus, and immediately I went, oh my gosh, this is great. And so then we talked about what those, what our needs were, and it became a perfect pairing and a perfect partnership. And it's just been so fantastic. Because I think you hear us talking about safety and permanency all the time, but this is well-being. This
Yeah.
is taking foster children, and you know it's part of my concern about people in the community sometimes look at our foster children as different. They're not different. They're wonderful. They're caring. They're lovely, and this is a great example of kids going to Stanford, kids going to the colleges that they've always wanted to go to because they could do it, and it's with that kind of partnership and that kind of support that's been able to make it happen. So thank you.
Yeah, it was even neat because one of the kids who came so enjoyed the automotive thing that he told his caseworker, he's like, I think I want to do this.
That's right.
And that's the thing. It's like leading them to next steps that lets
Yeah.
them see I could have a future. And to be a part of that is such a gift.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
So then you talked about the partnership between DCFS and a local church being something new that once you experience it, you know you're never going to go back to trying to each of us do it on our own. Can you talk about an early win from the DCFS office side where you watched a community or a faith-based organization really take ownership and care for one of the families that you were helping?
Sure. So when we started this journey, roughly around 2020, right around COVID, we had over 1,300 kids in the Santa Clarita office. And what started to happen when we started to partner with Pastor Dan, and what they brought was an opportunity for families to get support in a way that we've never seen before, and really on that prevention side, like you were talking about. And it's transformed us. So a lot of our emergency social workers now understand that there's other community options. And what we have found and what we've heard, families saying thank you. Families coming back to us and saying, this was a great resource. Thank you so much. And then hearing the stories from the community about this is changing how we look at DCFS. This is changing how we want to work with DCFS. So just recently we held an open house, which I don't believe has ever really been done because you know DCFS is one of those wall places in the community that I don't know if people want to go to. And we had over 80 people from the community show up, which was huge because we weren't expecting that many people. And it was really great because the community wanted to partner in ways that we've never thought they wanted to partner with us before. So it's really become us transforming how we work with the community. And it's so much more open and it's so much more inviting, and having wonderful partners like y'all, it's just been really, it's just been a gift. It's been really a gift and it's transformed us. So now we have a little over 400 children. So we've had a 65% decrease in the total number in our office. And it's been transformational. And I know our social workers are so happy. I know our community's happier. So it's just been, like I said, it's been a gift.